Welcome to the morning live. Here we go. Let's go. What's up? Republicans are cooler. Welcome to the live.
Phil, you mentioned this idea of
Oh, snap.
kind of coming together at the same time. How the markets
Let me put on my headset.
have so much volatility
Welcome,
out
welcome.
there. There's a lot of unknowns on both fronts. What do you make of kind of the ability of markets to really dissect this information right now? And would it be more prudent if you are an investor out
What's
there
up?
to sit it out,
Easy
wait,
Draco.
there's more information to be had?
Thank you for the likes, guys. There we go. Crypto moonbags in the house.
Cash is so expensive to hold right now because of high inflation. If you're getting zero on cash nominally, and in the last CPI report in October, you just got a negative 6% real return on cash.
What's up, TZ Draco?
And the overweight the stocks.
Jump on the live if you.
What's up, man?
Yeah, hey, thank you.
Good morning.
I took another like $4,000 in losses today, just selling off crappy stocks, and then I'm buying the dip as well.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it
I
goes.
mean, that's not compared to like 15 grand that you were talking about. I mean, that's not too bad.
Nice. We got a new guest on the live. We got KZ Draco. This is gonna be the first time I've gone live with him.
Oh, Kissy Draco.
Hello.
Yeah, I know. That's my homie.
What's up, everybody?
What's up,
Thanks for
Kissy?
coming on the live.
Yeah, no problem, man. What's up, Crypto Moonbags? How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing today?
Chilling.
Good. You want to introduce yourself, like how you got into crypto and how you got such a large following? You got 26,000 followers.
Yeah. Basically, I've been doing like on my TikTok for a little minute now. I've been doing like VR chat content, and that's what I've adapted to lately. But that's how I got my channel to where I'm at now. So like I've been kind of like having the Oculus headset in the virtual space for quite a while now. And I just make like funny content skits on there. I've started to adapt since I'm started doing my own NFT collection, and
Oh,
started to
wow.
basically adapt my channel a little bit and try to implement my VR space into my my collection, whether I'm on live in VR and like talking about the collection with the window behind me in the virtual space, kind of showing it off, or anything like that, or just making like content. I'm actually developing some skins right now to try to drop into my VR space to do some more promotion, but like with the actual characters, like from my NFT collection that I'm working on right now.
Nice. And when you're doing your NFTs, what crypto are you using? Like, how much does it cost to burn? Like I heard it's like free to do
Mhm.
Matic, right? But then like
Yeah,
Ethereum is $40. You want to talk about
yeah,
that?
yeah. No, for sure, man. So I meant on I have my main collection is on the OpenSea platform, and I meant on Polygon. So like you were talking about that
Okay.
Matic, yeah, I do use that. It's really good. I mean, for the most part, like I don't have any issues with it. Everybody seems to everybody that gets into the project seems to enjoy it because they don't have the gas fees. And I actually taught some of the people just chilling in my Discord that there's like other ways to swap to Matic for like cheaper amounts. Like I think the most I paid to swap to Matic is maybe like $10 as compared like fifty
Wow.
dollars with the actual like Polygon wallet, swap and through OpenSea and all that stuff. Um and it's through the Umbria bridge. If you're looking for a new bridge to try to, swap Polygon and Matic, it's called Umbria. And it's actually on the
Umbria.
Polygon website as like a recommended swap to use.
Yeah, I heard good
Nice.
things. This exchange. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, it's fast too. Like so, say if you put it for 5 minutes, you'll look down at your phone and you already see the swap happening on your account. And next thing you know, you got your Ethereum or you're swapping your Ethereum to Polygon. It's already swapped right there. And like I said, I've only spent like a couple cents in Matic or something to pay for it.
Yeah, there's a
So
huge.
go ahead.
Oh no, I was saying there's a huge difference between Ethereum and Matic.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, actually, what's funny is I'm using my other phone right now to buy more Matic. While you're talking, I'm like, dude, I need to buy more Matic. Like, I feel like it's one of the best performing cryptos, right? During this crash, Matic has actually been going up, right?
Yeah, yeah, it is. Surprisingly, man, like it really is doing some numbers. I was looking at it this morning, honestly. I'm just chilling, checking, the portfolio, and I was like, what the, I just kind of woke up and I was like, what the hell? Maddox going up.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna try to dollar cost average into Matic because once again, I own a lot of Ethereum and I own a lot of Solana, but I don't own that much Matic, and I see more and more NFT projects on Matic.
Yeah, yeah. Give me 1 second. My fiance is calling me real quick. Is there any way to like
Yeah, no
mute
worries.
myself real quick?
While we wait
Yeah,
for
if you
Casey,
need to, no, just jump out. Just jump out, and then you can jump back in.
Okay. All right, bet. Give me
Yeah,
one
no
second.
worries.
I'll be right back. Okay.
No problem.
yeah, while we wait for him, I want to give a big shout out to Non-Fungible Cats for being in the live. That guy has some
Yeah,
really information, man.
yeah.
He
I
helped me.
actually texted
Sorry.
him to come on the live.
Oh
So if
yeah,
he wants to jump on until what's his name comes back, go ahead and jump on the live request. But yeah, I
yeah.
texted him. So I texted you or you texted me, but then I also texted non-fungible. I'm like, come on the live. And then what's his name? He just randomly came in and wanted to join before non-fungible could come in. So let's
Yeah,
add him for now.
with Macy's NFTs, he kind of clarified that they are actual tax breaks. So yeah, he kind of like was saying like, no, maybe not. I mean, but this is like he was saying like this is America. So yeah, he can. It was pretty funny.
Good morning. You there,
Yeah,
non-fungible? Is he
he's
sleeping? Oh, I think he's having a connection issue. I
he
think he
might take
can't connect.
a note. Yeah, sometimes
As long as
happens.
there we go. We'll just add him back.
But yeah, dude, Kissy Draco, his NFTs are really dope, and he's growing his team, and he needs. I think he's hiring right now for 3 artists, right, Kissy?
Yeah, yeah. I do. I have a contest in my Discord where I'm looking for three new artists to help out with my NFT collection currently. Just kind of the creative side of it. Getting some more drifters in there. Which is the character for my NFT. And essentially, what I'm doing is like I'm giving them the opportunity to collect some of these NFTs as we're growing the collection. Because the way I'm doing is I'm paying them through NFTs, and they'll get essentially the every 3 sales on a NFT for they make for the collection. They'll get a free, custom, or they can pick out some NFTs from the collection itself that I already have, drawn myself, and then they'll just get to kind of go from there, pick out and build out their collection, and as they're building value, making those sales on their NFTs that they've created for the collection, it will in a sense continue to build on the value to the project and their NFTs that they're holding.
So you're basically in the new economy because this is like the future where you basically don't have to drive to work. I mean, you can use your phone and your computer to just make money through the internet, right? Like this is going to be the
Yeah,
new economy.
yeah, for sure, man. And it's insane. Like yesterday I made actually sold 2 on live stream. I was just doing a giveaway. Crypto
I saw
Moonbats was there. Yeah. And freaking Noah came on our live, and he was, vibing with us. He's been in my community for a minute. And he ended up just copping 2 drifters out of nowhere. So
it.
So
It
that's
was.
like really, really interesting too. That like now instead of like looking for people's resumes, it's like you just
mhm.
find people through the internet. Like, right? Like you don't need to go on like a what is it? What's the website? LinkedIn. You don't need a LinkedIn to find people. Like, just through your own community, you can find people.
Yeah, definitely, man. And it's honestly, like I like my project because it's a community based, and I feel like every time I look into these community based projects, I always hop in the Discord. I'm always chatting to see how kind of to see how the community is doing, like how everybody responds. Do they respond to tickets? Do if I need assistance with something about the collection, will they respond, and stuff like that. And you'll be surprised, man. Like some of these communities are really awesome. Like they have great people. You end up networking and doing different things. I got some people in my community right now that are networking together, and they're starting to do NFT projects of their own. Just from seeing
Wow.
the collections we're doing, and it's crazy because like one of the artists that's working with one of the people in my Discord for his collection. He's been around in other Discords doing moderator stuff and everything, and it kind of goes hand in hand because now he has somebody who's well versed in Discord to assist them with that. Also, you know, they're working together on the artwork, and it's kind of cool just to see that networking capability coming together as well.
Okay. By the way, I actually have a content creator I can DM you. She wants
Hmm.
to, she's an artist herself, and she
Yeah,
actually has now 1,000 followers on TikTok, but she's like too afraid to go live. So
yeah,
I'll DM you her TikTok, and maybe you can like look at her artwork. But I think you guys should definitely connect because she basically doesn't have a car. She wants to work from home,
hmm,
and she just recently got to like 1,000 followers on TikTok. And I was like
yeah,
telling her, I'm like, hey, you need to network with people because that's what she really wants to do is NFTs. And like the more and more we were talking, I feel like
hmm,
definitely you and her can connect, and you can really help her get her artwork digitalized because she showed me like a couple of her, and I think she has some on her TikTok. She does really, really
yeah.
good work, but she's like clueless when it comes to networking.
Gotcha. I feel, man. I feel.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely
So I'll DM you
shoot
her.
the information. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll DM it to you. So yeah, you could help her out, and she's definitely looking for work.
Hey, awesome, man.
Be awesome.
Yeah, this is why I love this, man. It's all about networking, and what people don't realize is this is the future economy. What you guys are talking about, this is like not only the best way to make money, but it's like the future. Like I feel like this is stuff that robots and big corporations they can't outsource. It can't get outsourced.
Exactly. That's the truth, man.
That's
That's
why
the freaking truth.
that's so interesting to me, and that's what I wanna build one the community because you can focus on being creative on like what you're good at, like you know having like networking skills and just develop that and let the business part be on the blockchain and be run automatically. Basically, that's the beauty of the DAO. So I think that's going places.
Definitely, definitely. And I don't know, like if you've seen the like Waifu House DAO and some of the other projects, man, like it's kind of cool just to see what the capabilities of a DAO can be, you know?
Of course, no,
Exactly.
yeah, I've been all up in those websites and looking into like the DAO structure. There's this
Hmm.
website that you guys want to check. It's called deepdao.io,
Hmm.
and it gives you a list of all the top DAOs that are currently available to join. So
Wow.
imagine it's like the coin market cap, but for DAOs.
Hmm.
Again, it's
That's amazing.
deepdao.io. Yeah.
And so when it comes to all these new emerging technologies, is there like specific like platforms you're using? Because I know like non-fungible cat, he's been using what's it called? Discord. He's been using a lot of these Discord groups to kind of like learn more. I don't know, like for you guys, what's like the best way to like educate yourself and kind of like teach yourself about this new emerging technologies?
Yeah,
Um,
um, I
okay.
think joining the community is number one. You have to talk to the people who are developing the project, the people that are involved, because they can answer your questions. Like I am working on this project. It's called the Holy Ones, and they're doing their DAO as well. And they just had an AMA yesterday, like Ask Me Anything, and they were answering all the questions basically about the roadmap, about like where this is going, the finances, like how everything is going to work, how do you benefit. So it was great, to have that to rely on. So that I think that's important is joining the community first.
Nice. Yeah, I'm learning a lot from you guys, so I just appreciate you guys coming on this live and kind of educating me because I want to learn a lot more about NFTs. Like, what's crazy is my TikTok is just full of people just saying, "Oh, like NFT, NFT," but like, there's really no details unless you do these live streams, or I guess Clubhouse is what Fungible Cat is talking about.
And this is going to be the future, man. Like this is how
Yeah.
business is going to run, and like eventually you're going to be able to broadcast this to even more people. Like right now we're starting at 9, like there's 9, 10 people on this live. When we have 1,000 here, it's going to be too late for anything. Like that's going to be already like massive adoption. Like your grandpa, like the mailman, like the guy at the store, like everyone's talking about Bitcoin. Like they're just everybody's, hey, should I buy, should I get into it right now, and they're already like the top, like we're like 200K on Bitcoin already, and they're asking if we should buy now.
Yeah.
you
So
know
there was a post that says only 1% of the world owns Bitcoin. So I still think that everyone here is still early. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of crashes in between, but not even 10% of the world owns crypto yet. And think about it, like there's going to be a future where it's like more than 50%. So everyone still here is really early, even if it might feel like you're getting in late. I don't think so.
Yeah, well, what people don't understand is I think the cycles too much. Like because when I happened to me, like when I got into Bitcoin, I had no idea how it worked, right? Because there wasn't that much information available. So, but now you know about like the bull market and the bear markets and like the 4 year cycles and the halvings. You know, it's a lot of education. You know, so there's quite a learning curve. So I think that's the part that people need to understand too very well is how the coin works.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's hilarious. This comment. My girlfriend thinks I'm crazy. Yeah, Annie thinks I'm crazy too. So we can both relate.
Yeah, my parents thinks I sell drugs, so yeah.
So I
And
heard that Ethereum.
Well,
okay.
Go
people
ahead.
must use
No,
drugs
go
or
ahead.
something.
Oh, I was about to say, like another good thing to like check out is like a Twitter, like Twitter Spaces. Like the Spaces on Twitter are really solid to use.
Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out. But one thing I
Mhm.
wanted to talk to you guys is I heard like the more expensive NFTs are purposely on Ethereum. Like it's like because Ethereum costs so much to mint, like it's like I don't know how to say it, but it's like that Mercedes Benz or like the Ferrari of NFTs are in Ethereum, and then like if you make your NFTs on Matic because it's so cheap, it's like oh that's like the Honda Civic. Do you guys see that at all? Like oh you have to like if you want like more expensive NFTs, it has to be on Ethereum and it has to cost a bunch of money to mint.
Well, I think with that one, I think it's just because Ethereum is more well known across the board. Like if you ask, more people know about Ethereum than they know about Matic, and I think that's why. Like when you choose to do Matic, it's like you're kind of like I don't know how to explain it. It's like you're cutting some part, a big chunk of the market, right? Because some people only
Hmm.
trust Ethereum and Bitcoin. Most people, right? Because usually that's what they hear the most. And when you tell about Matic, and then they have to do X, Z, and Y to get something, they're like, nope, I like Ethereum. I'm just gonna deal with Ethereum. And I think that's kind of where the disconnect happens. It's just which market you're trying to approach, but it also depends on your budget. Like I think if you have a big budget, then Ethereum makes sense because it's a more stable coin. More people know it. It's a better market. It's like comparing Amazon, like selling on Amazon and selling on like your local Craigslist, right? There's a big difference on the market.
Yeah. You there, non-fungible cats? Maybe his mic isn't working or we're having connection issues. Yeah, I don't think his mic is working again. So you're gonna have to try to reconnect, or let's let what's his name, Keezy back on.
Keys, yeah.
Okay, yeah, yeah, Keezy, if you want to come back on, let us know. If not, we'll just keep trying to get non-fungible cats back on here. Yeah, he probably just has to leave and reconnect.
Yeah, sometimes
That's
what
really
happens.
annoying. That's been happening. That's been happening where people try to join my live and then their voice doesn't work. You might have to do video non-fungible cats. If it's not working, just do video to fix it.
Yeah, so what happens to me is like if I get a text or an alert, or if I want to go look at a website or something, and I get out of the live,
It's not
it can.
working.
Yeah.
Is he still, yeah, he's not able to talk. Okay, let's add Keezy back on. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, that echo thing is really annoying. It happens to me all the time.
Yeah, it happens when I get a text or something like disrupts the
Yeah,
live.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm back,
Maybe that's
guys.
why we should do Twitter Spaces, maybe. That's why. Twitter Spaces might be a better idea. And you can get more
Yeah,
people, right? It's like you're not limited to 3 people on Twitter.
yeah. No, Twitter. You can have. I think you have up to it's 11 or 10 speakers, I believe, at once, or maybe even more. But the parties can exceed over like a couple thousand. I've seen like 4,000, 2,000, 3,000
Yeah,
Twitter
you-
space before. So
Okay, cool, cool. Um, by the way, I don't know if you have any interest in hosting PZ,
mhm.
but maybe we'd get more people in the live if you were hosting, if you have a larger following than me. I don't know if that's something you want to do. I don't mind jumping on your live if you want to just
Mhm.
host it if you're available to continue.
I mean, yeah, it's just that I'll probably have to go upstairs. But not right now, but in
Okay,
a
no,
little
then
bit,
I'll,
yeah, for
I'll
sure.
keep hosting. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, just let me know. Just usually like when Party Finance, I don't know if he ever comes into the chat. I usually just have him host because the person with the larger following will get more people in the live
Mhm.
stream. was weird because Crypto Moonbags and I, we did a live stream earlier this morning and we had like 70 people. But yeah, I guess now that it's like a more busy time,
I think
there's just gonna be less people.
their way to work and stuff. That's why, but as soon as they get to the office, they're gonna reconnect somehow.
Yeah, yeah, and I
Yeah.
can I'll even do a virtual one, so y'all can see kind of like the virtual spaces I be chilling in and stuff.
Yeah. Because right now I'm just showing the CNBC, the stock market stuff, and yeah, that'd be cooler. Because yeah, I'm sure you can show a lot of really cool content, and so that's dope.
Heck yeah, man.
Um, yeah. So is there any other? So we got obviously Ethereum, you got Matic. Is there any
Yeah.
other like cryptos that are big on NFTs? Like I thought Cardano was supposed to get involved. Is that not being done or?
Yeah, for the most part, it is from what I hear. I hear a lot of people talk about Cardano NFTs and the ones that they own. So it is prevalent right now. Um, but I
But
think
it's
the
not as
other most
common.
popular is Solana. Really, that Solana platform there. But it's kind of switched back to Ethereum, and Matic. Honestly, like if you ask me, like the market, it kind of switched, like bounced back to people wanting to get Ethereum NFTs and NFTs back on the OpenSea platform instead of like the Solana platforms.
Yeah, because people don't care about the cost. I feel like, especially when it comes to art, it's like if you have
Hmm.
to spend $100 to mint something, people are like, oh, that's like more exclusive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I feel like Ethereum has this huge advantage. And like, there's a lot of like, Cardano and Solana are supposed to be Ethereum killers, but I don't know. I think there's like a huge like first mover advantage. And like if you have high gas fees, it might actually make it more prestigious and more like, Mercedes Benz, right? Like that's the
Hmm.
Mercedes Benz, not the Honda Civic.
I
Definitely,
think
definitely, man. I
Okay.
could. Oh, good.
I think the
Wax, Tezos. I didn't even know Tezos does NFTs. Terra, do you guys know stuff about this?
Oh yeah, Tezos is I've seen that. I think they do theirs. I know a popular platform is called Hit Nook or something like that. For the Tezos and like Hen and different like currencies like that.
this chimp NFT.
I still am really impressed how much non-fungible cats knows about this stuff. Because once again, he's like a tax professional, but he's like, the more time I spend with non-fungible cats, he's really good at understanding all
Yeah,
these different layers of just DeFi,
Hmm.
NFTs. I mean, gosh, this crypto universe is just so big and so interesting.
yeah, dude. And then we're all so connected and so easily to kind of like just connect like this in a platform, like in a moment, right? And discuss an idea and boom, it makes it happen. It's so awesome, dude.
Yeah, more interesting than stocks. Maybe if I had like a news, how long do you think it's going to be until like there's actually like a news channel that just covers crypto 24/7? Because you know how we have like these stock channels, right? One of the financial networks needs to create like a 24-hour crypto network because like crypto never sleeps. Like, stock market, a lot of these channels, like on Saturdays and Sundays, it's just like Shark Tank. Like they can't cover it. But if you had like a crypto 24-hour crypto news, you always have news on crypto. It never sleeps.
And that's very doable, man. Especially with DAOs, because the thing about DAOs is that it connects people around the world because everybody works remotely. That's the beauty of it, right? So you can have people all over the world in different time zones that cover the news, like you said, right? Because people have to sleep sometimes. So, you probably have to rely on people from other parts of the world. But that's an excellent idea, man. That could be a really great idea for a DAO too.
Dude, this is so crazy. He's meeting with an IRS agent to talk about the time Wonderland staking. Because how does that work? It pay you like every 8 hours?
I haven't got into Wonderland.
I know
Have you?
NFT Bear. He's gotten into it. He's talking to me about it a little bit. All I know is that like when you stake it first, like I don't know how much the time frame is. It just kind of like gives you the time token, or you like stack it or something like that. I'm assuming you're still trying to understand it myself, so I don't want to give you the wrong information. But yeah, see, non-fungible, there it goes. Eight hours compounded.
Gosh, that is crazy. Yeah. And it's hilarious because like I think it's going to take the government 2 to 3 years to figure out all these like uh, all these tax rules. And the one that I really like for the end of the year is I don't know if you guys did you see my TikTok on the gifting crypto?
Hmm.
So you can
I saw
legally
that.
gift people, yeah, tax free. And so the
Oh,
hustle would be like, let's
tell
say you
everyone.
bought yeah, so let's say you bought Ethereum for $100 and now it's $4,000. Well, you could go to your son or your daughter and gift them that Ethereum. And as long as you give them less than $15,000 of value, it gets reassessed now. Now that they own that Ethereum, their taxable basis is $4,000. And what's funny is if Ethereum crashes and they sell it for 3,000, your kids get $1,000 tax deduction on any future gains.
Oh man.
That is
Yeah, does that make sense? They're gonna get rid of it. It's too good
Yeah.
of a loophole, and it's per a person. So like, you could do 15 to your son, you could do 15 to your wife. You could do well. I don't know how it works with spouses. I think
Sheesh.
non-fungible should talk about that. How does the
I think
gifting work non-fungible if it's your
your
wife?
wife,
I
your
don't think you can.
spouse.
Yeah, I think you have joint taxes, so I don't know if you can do that.
I think it's like a 65,000 one-time gift. I think I learned that from the Wolf of Wall Street movie.
Yeah. But I mean, so all you guys, man, if I ever do become super duper crypto rich, hit me up if you want a $15,000 gift. We'll work a way where you give me an NFT or something, like I get an
we'll,
NFT, I
we'll,
gift you crypto. We're gonna figure this
Yeah.
out. And we'll have non-fungible cats sign off on it. We got our CPA, our crypto CPA here. By the way, I do want to tell you this. One of my CPAs fired me because they saw that on my personal tax return. I was trading cryptos and he's like, I'm not going to do your taxes. So he kicked me out. Like he's like, you have to go find a new CPA. So I found a new CPA that's like friendly with crypto. Um, and he says you can gift your spouse. So it's 15,000 per person, guys. But yeah, the only other one is the wash sale rule. Have you guys heard of that one?
uh no, what's that?
So it allow
No. Yeah.
so the way stocks work, I'll give you an example. So I bought Zillow for $100, and now that Zillow went down to $50, if I sell Zillow, I get a $50 tax loss, correct? But if I want to buy back into Zillow at $50, I have to wait 30 days. So if I sell Zillow at $50 and then I buy it back like 5 days later,
Mm.
I don't get the tax loss. But with crypto, you can do it instantly. So literally every day, if your crypto goes down and it's a quote unquote loss, you can sell it and rebuy it back in at the new lower amount, and you get that tax deduction.
Mm.
Oh, damn.
And that's again another loophole they're going to get rid of because it's kind of unfair. You know what I mean? Because stocks can't do that, and that's what makes crypto
Yeah.
so attractive. But once again, I feel like people will abuse it, and then the government's going to get rid of it. Just like how the gifting thing right now, there's no rules, but we'll see. Yeah, there we go. He says it's called a wash sale or something like that.
Now, that's pretty intricate, man. Like that's why I started following you, man. I saw your videos, and I like see this
Yeah,
is why I like the information. Like the information. I like when I'm finding
yeah,
smaller accounts or just accounts in general that have great information because
yeah. Well, I
literally,
had a
bro.
100,000, but I got banned. I had 100,000 on TikTok.
Yeah.
They
I feel
banned
like
me.
I think I saw you on that channel before you had got banned, but I just
Yeah.
refound you on this one. So.
Yeah, yeah, but it's all good. I went on YouTube now too, so I have like a pretty large following on YouTube. It kind of like forced me, and I highly recommend since you already have a large following that you
Mhm.
diversify because TikTok
Yeah.
could randomly ban you. And
Mhm.
if you are posting content that TikTok doesn't like, you should probably consider getting a second account because then you can have like an account where you post controversial stuff and you don't have to worry about, So just be
Yeah.
careful,
No,
both
no.
you
It's
guys,
all.
because you guys have
Yeah, for sure.
large accounts.
I've been I always try to keep track of the guidelines every time, especially because like even with my VR content, like TikTok I think my best video that's performed the best on my channel was actually it got blocked first by TikTok. Like they kicked it off for some reason. It was something silly, like they were saying like one of the characters wasn't actually clothed, but the character was in the sense, and it was just like they had a tank top on or something, and I was just like, what? And next thing you know, reposted the video, but when they unbanned it, it that was one of my best videos I've ever created. So just like that's why like when they do that, I try to leave the post up and see if I submit an appeal, what happens. But sometimes you don't win that battle, but. for the most part, I've been pretty lucky getting it appealed for the most part. Because they know the like algorithms just doing its thing and it's like overdoing it, you know.
Exactly, exactly. So just be careful, guys, because I put a lot of like work and energy into that TikTok, you know, channel, and I got like I was about to get the creator marketplace at with 100,000 followers, and then boom,
Hmm.
I got banned. And so like my only advice is just make sure you're on another platform, and then if you do get like more than one like strike for the month, just create a second account so you don't lose.
Yeah.
Don't be like me. Don't be like me. So yeah, it sucks getting deplatformed. What's up, Party Finance? Have you Keezy, have you met Party Finance before?
I recently found him actually. I think he was either on here or a different live stream. I just kind of tuned in and I ended up following him because we were talking to like just the conversations that were going on. It was really interesting. He was very informative as well. So I went ahead and gave him a follow.
And Nerd Finance, that's another creator I do a lot of live streams with. I don't know, but he's awesome. And he went to the same
Yeah.
MBA program as me. We both went to USC. But my regret is I should have spent that 120 grand on Bitcoin instead of
Hmm.
a degree, because that
I
would
feel
mean
that.
I'd have like $39 million of Bitcoin right now.
Oh my God. Can you
It's
imagine
like I
that?
don't
You could
even need
become
a
an
job.
NFT
Yeah.
whale.
Exactly, exactly. And that's like the funny thing about school. It's like they make you invest all this money, and a lot of people who look back, they don't use their degree. And it's like you could have invested that time and money into like creating NFTs, creating an online
Hmm.
business. I don't know. That piece of paper is just becoming more and more worthless, especially since like corporations are like not even loyal to their employees anymore. They'll outsource you as soon as they can.
Yeah, dude. Like
That is
they
the
don't
truth, bro.
care. If they can replace you in like within seconds, man. Like they don't really care. Like if you get sick or something happens to you, once you exceed your PTO or whatever, that's your luck,
Yeah.
man.
But what's cool about crypto is now you can have multiple sources of income. You can have some staking income. You can have obviously these NFTs that you can do. So there's just like so many ways you can have money. So let's just say your job stops paying you, or you get fired, or you're laid off. If you have 4 or 5 different ways to make money, it's way more safe and way less stressful than like, oh, I just work and that's my only source of income.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. Having multiple sources of income is the key right nowadays. Like anything. I follow Gary B. I like how what he does about the garage sales and things like that. Have you ever seen that?
No.
Yeah, I love
So
those videos, man.
so he does he's Gary Vee is like a motivational speaker. He's huge. He has a huge follow up, and he does these videos on the weekends where he goes to garage sales and finds deals. Like teaching people how to make income without spending any money. Basically, right? It's like you have $20, you buy like he finds collectibles, he finds these Hot Wheels and stuff like Legos, things like that, and then he sells them on eBay for more money. So he teaches people, and there's a lot of people that are trying to do that and they're being successful. So I just go for fun. This is like a hobby, like a fun thing to do, like going to the mall, just go, garage shopping, and it's fun, dude. I found a bunch of Nintendo stuff that I collect on those garage sales, like all games, all consoles, like Game Boys, things like that. So yeah, it's pretty fun to do that as a kind of like an income source if you sell them.
And so if we want to talk about taxes, what people don't realize is that let's just say you make 20,000 a year selling NFTs. What you don't realize is you can now create like a business, either a sole proprietorship or you can get a corporation. And now you can deduct a part of your rent. If there's like things that you buy to create your NFTs, that becomes deductible. And then if you're actually hiring NFT artists, whatever you pay them is a tax deduction. But then like your meals and entertainment will become like tax deductible. Your travel can become tax deductible because you're basically networking, or you're basically doing business for your NFT business. So that's another thing that I would highly, highly consider. If you're making more than $20,000 on your crypto side hustle, you should consider talking to a tax professional so you can start taking deductions, and maybe non-fungible cats can talk about it. Because I know that Party Finance uses mining to like get huge tax deductions. Like I think he's able to write off sometimes over $100,000 worth of taxes through his mining business. And I'm pretty sure if you talk to non-fungible cats or a CPA, you can do the same thing with your NFT business or any side hustle you have. Once you're making 10, 20 grand, you should highly consider getting a CPA so that you're not going to have to pay taxes on that income. And you can get additional tax write-offs that might actually, like, if you have a job that pays you 80K, but your NFT business is giving you like $10,000 of deductions, well, now even your own job, like you're gonna make more. He's Hardy Finance says I'm wrong on the write-offs. He's getting 5 times the amount. So
Dude, but that's good to know if 20,000 is the mark, because I'm
you
about
could be
to.
more aggressive. I'm just saying if you have 20 grand, you need to spend the money. But like, so for me personally, like I could do a mining business that doesn't make any money the first like 3 years, and I can still get a ton of deductions. But it's up to you, like, when you want to get your tax professional. But even if you don't make money, you can report losses. And I think it's up to 6 years. But once again, let non-fungible cats report or answer that question.
Do you know, like, in average how much like a tax professional will charge to like do that, or like what kind of questions do you ask him?
It should be more than $300 because they're gonna file for you. And
Gotcha.
so yeah, you can so if you have like a big business, like if you're making hundreds of thousands of dollars, they're usually gonna want like a couple $1,000. But if you're
Oh, okay.
showing a loss, if you're not making money, quote unquote, usually a tax professional will work with you and like they start maybe at $300, and then if they're more pricey, it'll go up to $600. But the thing is, if you do it the right way, you should be getting back on your taxes, like maybe 4,000, $6,000. So it kind of pays for itself. Like, the government is going to refund you money from your deductions. And so whatever money you pay the professional, you should hopefully get more money back from the government, if that makes
Oh,
sense.
and then what consists you starting the business? Like, as soon as you start making income?
Yeah, as soon as someone pays you. So like, let's just
Okay.
say, and once again, non-fungible cats can tell me if I'm wrong, but like, let's just say you sell an NFT for $20 in this like taxable year of 2022, you can
Yeah.
then start your business in 2022. So it's literally as soon as you make any kind of income, you can start the business. If you're going to form an LLC, I would actually wait till next year because if you started in December, California is going to want you to pay $800, where if you wait to start it in January, that $800 will be for next year. So there is an advantage if you haven't made any money, just wait one more year and like wait for January 1st because depending on your state, California is the most expensive. It's $800, but like there's states like Montana that it's like $70.
Gotcha.
Yeah, yeah, for
And what
sure.
is that fee for? Is that the start the business fee, or what you pay that for?
No, 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 no. All you have to do is just you file at the end of the year. There's no fees. Like you don't even have to have a business license, especially if you're working remotely. In
Uh-huh.
like most of your cities, they have like a threshold. Like you don't need to get a business license until you earn X amount. And so so for me, like I have a real estate business that makes like hundreds of thousands of dollars, but I don't have a business license. I mean, it's really not necessary. You know what I mean?
Need to be like super huge, like probably a couple millions.
Probably. I would just Google and like it would
Yeah.
be your city. If the city you live in is like hard, but once again, like you'd have to have a storefront. If you don't have a
Yeah.
storefront, I don't think you need the business license. Um, and remember, all you do, the difference is like at the end of the year, you file your personal tax returns. And then what you do is if you don't want to pay the corporation fees, you do something called a sole proprietorship. And so
Hmm.
you would just file your business returns on your personal returns. So it's actually cheaper. So you could pay a CPA to do your sole proprietorship and your personal tax returns, and it should be the same amount. But if you want to do the corporation, then you have to pay two fees. You would have to pay a fee to do your personal taxes and then a fee for that person to do your corporate returns. And that's why it's probably better to do a corporation once you make over 20 grand. Because if you're making under 20 grand, you can do a sole proprietor. But if you're trying to do the thing where you're going to lose money for 6 years, you can't really do that as a sole proprietor. You might as well just start a corporation.
Gotcha. So it just depends on the type of progress that you get at the
Yeah.
beginning. Like if
Yeah.
you
In the
blow.
beginning, it depends on your state. Like if you're in California, I would do a sole proprietor until you make 20 grand. Keezy, what state are you in?
I'm in South Carolina, man.
Yeah, so if your like corporation fee is under $100, I would just start a corporation because you get a tax deduction and the government will give
Yeah.
you money. Remember that disaster loan? You guys
Yeah.
remember that?
Yeah.
So I had four corporations and literally I just went on my phone and I applied online And the government gave me 100 grand, no questions asked, like wired to my bank account the next day. And what's crazy is I didn't have to make payments on this 100 grand for a year and almost a half because I got the money in May and I didn't start making payments till like July the next year. Isn't that crazy? So they gave me 100 grand and I didn't make any payments until July of the next year. So it's like a year and 3 months. But you would
So,
have to have a business to be able to get the loan from the government.
so you will start a corporation this year or next year, like to get the benefits.
If you live in California, both you guys, I would just wait till January 1st. And
Gotcha.
then for you, crypto moonbags, $800 is a lot of money, but like I think South Carolina, it's like $100 or $200. So it would be more attractive to just do it in South Carolina. And for you, I would just do a sole proprietorship for now. But once again, as you make more money, it might be worth it to get the California corporation, especially with these COVID lockdowns. Like you see how like they're like they might lock down again. If they do
Yeah,
it again, you should just get a business just so you can get the business loan.
yeah,
Like think about
exactly.
it. Like think about it. You start a corporation. It costs you, let's just say it was $800, but you can immediately now apply for a loan and get what is that? 200, 2000, what is it? $25,000. And then like honest to God, if you don't know what to do, you just put it in stable coins. And the
Or
stable coins will basically pay the loan for you, like
yeah, get your
Yeah.
that's what your
12%.
business does.
You're good to go.
Yeah, and the government basically just gave you money for free. And if you decide to hire artists, great. But like when I got my 100 grand, it wasn't like I was going to go hire more people to do real estate. So all I did was
Hmm.
literally just buy crypto and stable coins, and the government was basically like financing it for me. Like it was so awesome.
Yeah, yeah. Hell yeah.
That's
So,
amazing.
and,
That's
and
amazing.
and that was like the craziest thing ever is that like basically the government gave me 100 grand and it was literally like I could give you the website. It's SBA.gov and it's like the disaster loan. It was the craziest
Uh-huh.
thing that like literally on my phone, it took me less than 2 minutes to fill out these forms. And like the money was in my bank account. The 100 grand was in my bank account in like 3 days.
Damn.
Crazy, man.
Yeah. And remember, I got this of May 2020. So like
Yeah,
imagine how cheap crypto and stocks were and the government gives you 100 grand.
exactly.
Like it was
Exactly.
dope. And it might happen again. So if it happens again, hopefully everyone here starts a business.
I feel
No,
that,
yeah,
man,
I'm
for
very. I'm
sure.
looking into that. Like, like depending how we start here, because like the project that I have is massive. So, I'm pretty sure it's gonna do well. But I'm definitely gonna look into that, like the $20,000 mark, depending how we go. And then the lockdown is very interesting too, because yeah, you're right that those loans, they were
Yeah,
giving them
if the
away.
loans come available, I will make TikToks. So I mean, you guys are following me. So if the loans do become available, because I'm all about getting loans and getting rich off of other people's money, that's actually how I got started in real estate. I did an FHA loan, which was
Yeah.
Mhm.
97%. So I was able to buy a $500,000 property for 15 grand. You know what I mean? So like
Yeah.
if there is an opportunity, I will definitely post stuff, or if you come in my live stream, I will definitely talk about it. But everyone here, if you are passionate about crypto and you have like a small side hustle, it's a great opportunity. If the government is giving money to small businesses, like you might as well get the money. And if you don't know what to do with it, just buy crypto or buy stable
Exactly.
coins if you're worried about. And
Especially
what's
now.
crazy, it's against your business too, by the way. The loan is only against your business. So if you do default, it's just you have to shut your business down, but they don't go after you personally. If you go over $25,000, then they go after you personally. So that's why it was like really hilarious that like you can get 25 grand for free and you could default, and the only thing you would have to do is shut down your business if you default on the loan.
What?
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's why I didn't take any loans over 25 grand because I'm like, I'm not going to co-sign this. Like, just in case if I like default, just take my business. My business doesn't even own any assets. Look at this too. You could buy VVS. Like, imagine you get 25 grand and you can put it in VVS and do what you did. And it's all on the government's money, Uncle Sam.
You put on
They're going to
BBS.
tax you anyways. It's like any
Wow.
money you make with that government loan, it's not like the government's not going to get their money back. Let's just say, they give you the 25 grand and you make 100 grand. The government's going to come and take like half from you anyways. So it's not like you're doing anything unethical because if you make money, they're going to take their money back.
Yeah, for
Seriously.
sure.
No, yeah, BBS will be nice right now. 25K, holy crap, man! You can make like double that in like 24 hours.
That's what I'm saying. And it's like, so many people work so hard to get to 25K when they don't realize like you can just do some work and some research and people will lend you money. It's like, there's one way to like obviously save money and that's like the safer way. But like if you're an entrepreneur with a good idea, especially with like the internet, it's so easy to raise money, and it doesn't have to be the government. You could form a DAO, right? You guys were talking about DAOs too.
Yeah. Yeah, because especially with the one I'm building, that goal to get to when we open the DAO, once we get the funding and everything, is
Mhm.
to buy and own pieces of the metaverse, especially, starting with the central land, right? Like I was telling, we want to buy, everybody on the DAO, all the funds that we collect and everybody that is part of the DAO is going to own that land on the central land. And we're looking into building a project where we build towers on the central land. Imagine like an apartment complexes, right? But it's like an infinite amount of floors because there's no limit, right? It's all virtual.
Yeah.
So in between the floors you can put sections, right? You can have like the luxury floors and the vacation floors, right, where you have like a club and you have like a restaurant or whatever, right? Like just entertainment, and make it fun, for whoever lives there. But yeah, it's gonna be fun, and you can hang your NFTs in your home. You can have all your wearables in there. It's gonna be just like a virtual reality house, literally, like having an apartment in the central end. And everybody who is on the DAO is gonna own that, and that's how we is gonna eventually become profitable by having games. Probably
That's
mostly like
amazing.
a casino or something like that, right? Like some sort of games in the apartment complex in the land. Yeah.
It's
Amazing.
dope, man. And
Um,
I see. Oh, go ahead.
no, no, go ahead.
I was just about to say, so I'm already kind of doing some meta. See, I have a metaverse project with Alan, the NFT guy, and we have that collaborative project. It's called Meta Marvels, and essentially they're like these animes, orientated like superheroes that we created, and they're gonna get 3D modeled, get rigged for VR and the metaverses, and we're taking them into these different metaverses. We already have the Leaped In metaverse, the one that the apes had got for their project. We already own that one, so we're gonna take that and build our own metaverse with these characters, put them in there. We actually just got our first holder for the project yesterday. He's actually the original holder of the Crypto Cannibal project for Allen NFT guy, so that was pretty dope. He kind of went ahead and got into the metaverse, Meta Marvels project because we have a pre-sale going on, and it's the first 7 characters, so there's only 6 of them left right now for the pre-sale event. But it's freaking dope that he already aped in onto the project, and we're gonna go ahead and take everything that once you get one that funds you getting it modeled, and once we get it modeled for them, we bring it back into the virtual space. And I'm probably gonna have it VR modeled as well, so I could take it into the VR. Hey, this is your VR model. It's gonna be used for your metaverse, and then send you the model, in a sense, for the metaverse. So it's pretty cool. I'm pretty hyped about it. And it's y'all want to check it out. It's called Meta Marvels on OpenSea.
That's
Yeah,
dope.
a huge project. I love it too.
Heck yeah, man! Thank you.
So, so if you guys don't mind, one of you guys probably should host. I gotta get going to the gym. So, and I'm pretty sure non-fungible cats probably wants to jump in here. So I don't know if one of you guys wants to go live and
Yeah,
then
yeah. I was actually about to go upstairs here and do a VR stream. If y'all want to hop in and guess with me,
yeah, yeah.
feel
So
free.
yeah, we'll join your live then, right? We're gonna
Heck
just
yeah,
Yeah.
join your
yeah.
live. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah. Awesome. And then hey, non-fungible, I'm sorry you couldn't come on. So I'm gonna be driving, so I'll just basically spectate and then you guys can live stream. But okay, cool.
Heck
So I'm
yeah.
gonna end my live. So everyone here, give KZ Draco a follow and we will go on his live. So thank you very much for watching, guys. And